Hi everybody, this is Ron, Gadgetman, and I'm coming with something different this time. This is a 99 Dodge Dakota I bought after dark in a snowstorm, and if I had seen it I probably would have thought otherwise. Anyway, the other day I replaced the valve cover gaskets. In the process I saw that the covers themselves had all kinds of rust spots on them, and it came to be from welds that were welded on the side of it, because I took the paint off where it was rusted and found the weld marks, and they just rusted. So I cleaned them down. It took me a few hours to get that done. Painted them Hemi orange, yay. And anyway, but I'm trying to get the heater up to this, because when I bought it, it had no heat. I thought, well, somebody must have had an overheating issue, and so they pulled the thermostat out of it. Well, so I went to go replace the thermostat, found it had a thermostat in there, and while I was under the hood, I played with the water pump, found that it was worn out. So I went ahead and got another water pump, replaced it, and put a new thermostat in there, hoping it would bring the temperature up. Didn't work. I'm still researching that solution. It turns out to be that this is a V8 cooling system on a V6 engine. But I'll solve it. I think I've got it solved now. Just have to run an extra hose. Anyway, when I get that fixed, I will be back to you. But it was also blowing cold air. I had a dentist appointment this morning, and I drove 90 miles, I think it was. And in that length of time, I left this much coffee in the bottom of my coffee cup. That cup right there. Okay? And it was frozen by the time I got down. That's how damn cold. It was 0 degrees here, so it was cold. And I said, well, I'm going to fix this today. So I took it apart. I did a little more research, found an issue, because it was definitely colder on the passenger side. And that's when I discovered that the, what they call the blend door was bad. Okay? Well, I'm going to show you what that is. That's what this is right here. That's the blend door. Okay? The blend doors break on these. Well, this one didn't actually break the blend door. What happened was this retainer here that holds the housing up to redirect the air, because that's where the blower motor cage is. Okay, yeah, this piece had broken completely off of there. If you can see, I got some JB weld there, but it was a big chunk of it broke out. So I reinforced it. Now, man, I don't know if the clarity on this camera is going to be with the squirt, but there you can see where I JB welded it back. Then I went looking, and there were 2 more places that were busted. Okay, so here's one. Let's see, it looks like there's a 3rd place right there busted. Okay. Is that busted? Yeah, that looks like it's busted off also. But it's gone. And I found this piece, so I put it back in there. As you can see, JB Quick, right? And there was one more spot that was busted. Oh yeah, over here, this chunk out here. Okay? Alright, so I guess that was because of the mechanics that were working on it. I don't know. Alright. Anyway, but that's what that was. Alright, so I put it back together as good as I can, and as I'm looking at it, I see this, if this actuator itself, that was my tailgate, if this actuator itself is not working correctly, then what it seemed to be, because it's moving the air both directions. But if it's not, then what I'm going to do is, oh, look at this, I'm just going to zip strip that thing up, or closed, just like that. No, come on down there. Yeah, so I'll zip strip it closed, and then I'll put it back in there. Now, if you're having to do your Dodge Dakota Ram for this class, or Dakota Durango, I think is the same dash, then here's what you're going to have to do. All right. Now, there are, I think, 5 screws. Let me get my flashlight. Here, I'll just turn on big light. Okay. There are 5 screws up there. You can see all the way down through there. Okay, you take those 5 screws out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 screws. Okay. Then you come over here, and there are some screws at the bottom. I didn't really have to take those out the bottom of the glove box, but I took the glove box out because I wanted to see what was back in there. So let's take a look. See. Okay, what we have here is that right there. I don't know, light keeps slipping here. That right there, I believe, is the air conditioner coil, the condenser coil. There's the blower motor. You see where the other thing fits up against it. Okay. And where's my flashlight? And then up there, if you look at it, you can see the opening that plate fits up against. Okay, and it'll seal that whole thing off. All right, well, if it's working properly. But the screws on this, you can see them. They're one right there. Okay, there's two that go up, right up there. Okay, as I showed you. All right, and there's another one that you can get to from over here. I can't quite see it from this angle, but it's up in there. And two more down here, one there, one there. Okay, so you'll take off these screws here. There's a bracket right here that you'll also take loose. Okay, and there's the two screws that are hiding behind this. I'll show those to you. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, I got my flashlight. Flashing light. Ugh. Free from Harbor Freight. With any purchase, like twice a month. You get a lot of flashlights. All right. Anyway, you see there's a hole there and a hole there. It's where it's hidden. It's up underneath the carpet. But those two screws have to come out because they're holding the dash down. All right. Oh, anyway, they're there. One there and one there. Okay. Then there's another plate over there. You can see it's kind of rusted. That has to come out too. There's 4 screws, 2 on this end and 2 on the other end, and holding just Phillips head or 8mm. And once you do that, you can lift this dash. Okay. And as you can see, you don't have to remove the whole thing, thank God, to get to the problem child up in there. All right. So, anyway, that's my short little video on how to get the blend door taken care of on these Dodge Dakotas. Alright, so I'll say God bless y'all richly and warmly. Oh, if you want to get better mileage, then I highly suggest you go by GadgetmanGroove.com. After 9 years, after 10 years actually, I decided to open our forums to the general public. And on those forums, you're going to find tens of thousands of posts about how to get more out of a lot of stuff, especially your gasoline. So I'll say God bless you all richly and warmly, and as always, remember to smile for a stranger today. You will both be glad you did. Bye-bye.